Hey everybody, and welcome back to Real Food with Jen Owen NP. I'm Jen Owen and we're back in my kitchen. Today we're talking about planning for real foods. What I hear from people as the biggest barrier to incorporating more healthy foods into their lives is time. We're all so busy, we have so much going on that it feels like just one more thing to worry about. Well, today I'm hoping that some of the tips I have for you will help make things easier. The first thing I recommend is planning a time to do your meal planning and actually putting it on your calendar. So seriously, scheduling it as something that you do every single week. I did this a while back and it really helped me. So every week at the same time, I plan my meals. Next, I have some meal planning steps that I hope will help. The first thing that I do during my meal planning time is I go around my kitchen and I see what I already have. So I look in the freezer, do I have meats or things that are frozen that need to be eaten, any vegetables? Same thing in the cupboard. So I'm determining what do I have that needs to be eaten in the next week. I take that list over to my table and then I begin the planning process. So I showed you this in another video, but I have this board and it's a magnetic board that hangs on my fridge. Now you don't need this, you can use a piece of paper or anything to do this, but this is what I use. First thing I do on this side of the board is I begin writing down the meals. So I write down the day of the week and the time that I'm going to need a meal and get those all on there. Then I begin to make my plan. So I'll put a meal down and then I'll look at the recipe and see what I have already in place that I can use for it. And when I don't have, I have my grocery list going right next to it. So I'm adding a meal and then I'm adding the ingredients that I need right onto the list, going down the list as I do that for each meal that's needed through the week. On the other side of the board is the prep that needs to happen. Now sometimes this might be soaking beans ahead of time or other kinds of things. This week it's mainly taking things out of the freezer. So for example, tomorrow night we're having a pot roast in the crock pot. So this morning I needed to take that out of the freezer and put it in the refrigerator so that it wouldn't be frozen when we were ready to do our crock pot preparation. So once you do this, you have all your meals, all your prep, and your grocery list all ready to go, and then you can plan a separate time to do your shopping. I've made a couple discoveries this week that I wanted to share with you, and both the things that I found was that it's not more expensive to cook real foods and it doesn't take more time. In fact, in going through our budget, we realized we've already saved $130 this month by using more real foods in our cooking and making a lot of things ourselves. With the time factor, it's really not more time, it's just more planning. You have to think ahead more, like if I want to soak beans and have beans on Friday, I better start that process Sunday or Monday in order to have everything ready. So if you plan ahead, you really don't take more time to make your meals. Those are my planning tips. I hope they help you. I would really like to hear from you if you have other tips that might help me. So please use the comments section below to tell me what you do for planning and what might be helpful for all of us. If you're hungry for more, please join us on the Facebook group in Real Food with Jen Owen NP. We're having a lot of fun hanging out together and discussing real foods, and I really hope you'll join us there too. If you want more information about all of this, be sure to read the entire blog on my website at jenownp.com. That's it for now, and I'll see you again for more real food soon. Thanks.